Kevin Magnussen is back on the track after a historic penalty that left him out of the Baku GP. The Haas driver, who exceeded the point limit on his super license during the Monza GP following an incident with Pierre Gasly, became the first to be banned under the current penalty system. Now, with the super license zeroed, he returned to the paddock in Singapore, but not before releasing some criticism of the current FIA system. During the press conferences in Singapore, Magnussen did not hesitate to express his dissatisfaction with the situation. For him, the punishment he suffered was ridiculous, and that the rigor with which the FIA applies the penalties is damaging the essence of motoring. "It's not a good situation for F1 to restrict racing in this way," he commented. "It's bad when the sport we love so much changes in a way that we don't appreciate." Magnussen made it clear that his passion for racing is directly linked to fierce competitiveness, where pushing the limits is an essential part of the show. The Danish driver, who has always been known for his aggressive style on the tracks, argues that Formula One should be more flexible with drivers in racing situations and adopt a more permissive posture, as it happens in IndyCar, where he already had the opportunity to compete. "I ran in the IndyCar and I think they're doing it right there. Pilots respect each other and take responsibility for their own actions. If you damage the car, you will be penalized naturally," Magnussen said, suggesting that F1 should trust its drivers more. The issue of track limits was also raised by Magnussen, who stated that most of his penalty points came precisely from exceeding those limits by mere centimeters. "I think it's kind of stupid to be a few inches off a wide line and end up with a race ban because of that. It's not the sport I love," he said, reinforcing his view that racing needs to be more exciting and less bureaucratic. Despite the criticism, the Haas driver acknowledges that there are certain behaviors that need to be controlled by the FIA, such as sudden movements during braking, which can be dangerous for all competitors. However, aside from these exceptions, he believes that drivers should have more freedom to compete at the limit without the constant fear of punishments. There are dangerous things that must be controlled, but apart from these little things, just let it happen," he concluded. Now back on the slopes and with his super license cleared, Magnussen joked about the situation, saying he was ready to screw it up again in a provocative tone. The statement reflects the driver's frustration, but also his determination to continue competing aggressively, which pleases fans who love to see intense racing on the track. What do you think about the current FIA penalty system? Should Formula One follow IndyCar's example and be more permissive? Leave your opinion in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay on top of all the news from the F1 world.